Last night at Slamboree, it was the Giant and Sting against Hall and Nash. As Big Sexy tries to put the Giant in the jackknife powerbomb, the shocker, Scott Hall, turns on his longtime partner, Kevin Nash. And tonight on Nitro, Sting has a choice to make. And the drama that began last night in Worcester continues tonight here in Providence, Rhode Island. We are at a sellout, capacity crowd on hand at the Civic Center in downtown Providence for this one-hour edition of WCW Monday Nitro prior to the NBA playoffs right here on TNT. And this crowd on hand, as shocked as we are about the proceedings of last night, as literally the wrestling world turned on its ear. WCW Monday Nitro, though, is on the air, and amidst all this turmoil, all this drama in pro wrestling, we have great wrestling action here for you tonight on TNT, as Nitro, ladies and gentlemen, is off and running. It's great to have you with us, the greatest fans in the world, for professional wrestling's #1 program. What is this? That's Eric Bischoff in the ring.
I guess he's declared himself the king.
Is that what he's done? Is that his crown? Well, fans, if you saw Slamboree last night,
You know,
well, go ahead.
it is so good to be king. And as I ponder my future in this sport I love, I have to look back at the past. In fact, as I look back at the past 100 weeks, I realize that right now, my professional television record is 98-2. But that's not good enough, because now that my professional wrestling in-ring record is 2-0, I have to make a decision. Yes, I've defeated Larry Zbyszko, and now I have defeated Vince McMahon. But it is a bittersweet victory, because while I wanted to do it in the ring, that just wasn't going to happen. I did what I could. I called the man out. I did what a man should do under the circumstances. Well, like I said, I did all I could do. And now, as I said, I have to look to the future. And what the future holds for Eric Bischoff is a record better than Bill Goldberg's. I am going to chase the dream. The dream that started for me last night. And I want to thank each and every one of you here tonight for being a part of one of the greatest nights in my life. Thank you all very, very much for being here tonight.
You are witnessing, and you have seen arrogance, cockiness run amok, and it was enough to even get our colleague here, the living legend, beside himself.
Well, that
Larry.
was just outright lies by Bischoff.
But Bischoff had quite a night last night, we must admit that.
Have to admit to that. He's revising history this evening, however. Can you believe that, comparing himself to Goldberg?
Wow. Fans, we'll be back. The action starts when we return live from Providence, Rhode Island.
Goldberg's got more hair.
This portion of WCW Monday Nitro is brought to you by Valvoline, the #1 choice of America's top mechanics. People who know use Valvoline.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Monday night. We are in Providence, Rhode Island. All of New England has turned out, and you're joining us coast to coast. And what a way to kick it off this segment. Let's introduce to you the Nitro Girls. Oh, my.
Gene lives for this.
He's not the only one, right?
Here comes Jay.
Line forms at the right.
Spike. AC Jazz. Whisper. And Kimberly. Put your hands together for the Nitro Girls.
Excitement reigns in our sport, and of course, as we said, drama. We're going to be talking a little bit later on about what happened, but tonight we understand and we know that Sting, the Giant, are the World Tag Team Champions, and Sting tonight on this program must make his choice that the Giant put before him this past Thursday on Thunder.
Whoa.
And we'll be talking about that in a moment, but we have some footage that occurred on a Thursday night on Thunder. Here's what happened.
Snowman, I heard you crying about people doing the cryonic kick, your invention. Who are you trying to kid, brother? I took Kempo for 12 years. It's a basic sidekick. What's the difference between Glacier and Perry Saturn? That's easy. Glacier, you're a joke, a reject from a video game. You got the fake snow, the laser beams. What, you read a couple books on martial arts and now you're an expert? See, guys like you give guys like me a bad name. Glacier, instead of worrying about who's doing a sidekick and who's not doing one, maybe you should take time, sit back and watch me do one correctly, because I'll do one anytime I want, and I dare you to come try to stop me.
Later on that same program last week, it was Saturn with his cryonic kick or his sidekick and literally knocked the head off of Glacier. And so Glacier's claim that his cryonic kick, his sidekick, is the only legitimate sidekick in the sport has raised the ire of many wrestlers, including this man, Saturn.
Well, you know, we don't often agree with the flock, Tony, but you have to admit, and I think Larry might agree with me here, Saturn made some awfully good points in that interview.
Well, Saturn is a very serious individual. This guy may be in outer space, but on the mat, he is a ground zero. He knows how to hurt you, has a big background in Kempo, very nasty style of fighting, combined it with a lot of submission techniques. Saturn knows how to hurt you in there.
He's going to face Psychosis in this one-on-one matchup here in this special one-hour edition of Nitro. And fans will let you know this coming Friday, May 22nd, tickets go on sale for Monday Nitro, returning to Jacksonville, Florida, and the Veterans Memorial Coliseum. Tickets go on sale this Friday at the box office and Ticketmaster. The date is Monday, June 22nd for Nitro in Jacksonville. And we're going to be coming back to Richmond, Virginia, the Coliseum, with a big event on Sunday, June 21st. Tickets will go on sale this Friday at the Richmond Coliseum box office in all Ticketmaster locations. We will be telling you big news next week about coming events to LA, Las Vegas, Oakland, Atlanta, and San Diego, as the summertime is just starting to rumble and roll here in World Championship Wrestling. Saturn and Psychosis to go one-on-one. We got one of the top cruiserweights in Psychosis. Saturn, of course, one of the, I don't know if you call him henchmen, but a member of Raven's flock. And what a wild night it was for Raven's flock in that match, that Bowery death match with Diamond Dallas Page.
I guess Diamond Dallas Page says that his long-time running rivalry with Raven is over. And how about that, the reappearance of Mortis last night at Slamboree. What an interesting contrast of styles here in our opening matchup on Nitro. The luchador, the high flyer Psychosis against, as Larry mentioned, the well-rounded offense of Saturn.
Yeah, and Saturn just got one. Psychosis using his movement caught Saturn off balance, but sooner or later, gravity's going to bring you down to the mat, and that's when Saturn, walked into one.
Back chop up against the turnbuckle now. Saturn goes. Well, fans up on the middle turnbuckle. Mike mentioned Mortis, and Mortis apparently has been this man. He took his mask off for the first time ever. Been this man coming out of the stands attacking Raven at various points, although that's all we know right now. We don't know the motive. I guess maybe he's upset about what Raven had told him a few months ago on Thunder.
And he was lobbying at one point to be a member of the flock. Last time we saw him, he was even flowed by Raven. He got his revenge. There was payback last night at Slamboree.
Speaking of Slamboree fans, you can see the encore presentation as it airs on request and viewer's choice beginning tomorrow and through the week. So make sure you make the appropriate phone call if you missed. It was certainly a night of surprises and shockers. One of the biggest shockers had Dean Malenko returning and winning the Cruiserweight belt from Chris Jericho. He went through the Battle Royal and under the guise of being Secope. And he shocked everyone, taking the mask off and thus defeating Jericho later to become Cruiserweight champ. What a return.
Saturn almost took the head off of Psychosis, but almost left the mask on it.
Dragon suplex release. Oh, there's that standing side kick.
And I don't know if Psychosis is going to get up or not from that, but Saturn's going to help him up.
Looks like it's Death Valley driver time, guys.
And that's what it is. Head first, down goes Psychosis. Only Saturn means business and the fans respond. And now, for the trifecta, he's going to put on the rings of Saturn. How about that? 3 moves in a row.
He's Saturn, no nonsense, knows how to hurt you. He grounds you, he gets you.
Well, we talked about that well-rounded offense, the sidekick from Kempo, the Death Valley driver from Pro Wrestling, and how about that submission move to finish off Psychosis?
That's from the old school shooter.
Stop me! Saturn is the winner here on WCW Monday Nitro. We understand. Roddy Piper is here, and we're going to hear from the man when we come back live on Nitro. We welcome you back, fans, to WCW Monday Nitro, the special 1-hour edition prior to the NBA playoffs here on TNT. A lot of questions about last night. Maybe we'll get answered tonight. Hopefully we're going to hear from Sting to answer the question from the Giant. He and the Giant are the World Tag Team Champions. Goldberg is here tonight wrestling as well. In a few moments, we're going to hear from Roddy Piper. Before we go there, though, let's take a look at some of the scenes that went down last night at Slamboree as it pertains to Roddy Piper. The Macho Man Randy Savage had Bret Hart in his own hold. Then Miss Elizabeth comes in. They get into a shoving match. Randy Savage shoves Piper, and then out of the back, here comes Bret Hart with an object in his hand. He nails Piper. Hollywood Hogan comes out. He grabs Savage, and then Savage is put in the sharpshooter, and Bret Hart gets the win. But it was very obvious to me that Roddy Piper thought that Randy Savage was the one that hit him with an object behind the head. Well, in reality, it was Bret Hart.
Yeah, that's what Piper thought at the time. Again, no doubt that the Hollywood Hogan faction of the New World Order will do anything to stop Savage.
And that's what they did last night. They stopped Savage, and you know, they worked on the knee. They continued to work on the knee. But the truth is that Savage had Bret Hart in the sharpshooter, and then Hollywood Hogan came and changed everything.
Well, it was a night of shocking developments at Slamboree, but it was certainly no surprise that Bret Hart's new best friend, Hollywood Hogan, assisted him in the victory over Savage. Roddy Piper promised us a fight, and that's what we got in the historic first meeting between the Hitman and the Macho Man.
With that in mind, we take you to Mean Gene Okerlund.
All right, gentlemen, I thank you very much. In light of what we have just seen and you have just heard, ladies and gentlemen, here on Nitro on TNT, please join me as I welcome the acting commissioner of World Championship Wrestling. Here he comes, Roddy Piper. Oh, yeah. Connie, Mike, Larry, listen to this. Standing ovation. This man has been here before.
He was right in the middle of the battle last night at Slamboree.
Take a look at the expression on that face. He is not a happy camper. As I gaze out of this sea of fans here tonight on Nitro, Roddy Piper, I see your name everywhere in this great arena. We heard earlier back in the locker room area, you've got a number of things on your mind. Let's start with square one.
I got a bunch of things on my. First of all, I got to tell you, I'm a little PO'd. Last night, I was a referee. I wouldn't do that job again for all the tea in China. That is the worst job in the world. I was in there refereeing. I had Bret Hart pushing me. Wait a second. I had Miss Elizabeth. Don't judge a book by her cover. This lady drools acid. You need a stake, a wooden stake to put through her heart. She's saying things to me that would embarrass a sailor. I'm getting her out. All of a sudden, Savage comes up and beans me in the back with something in the back of my head.
That's not how it happened.
What do you mean? Yeah, you should have been there. Hang on. I got something that I want to say to Savage. It was a tough night, and I'm not the kind of guy to talk behind someone's back, so I'm going to turn up the volume a little bit. I told Savage I'm calling him out, and I'm going to tell you to your face, Savage, I'm calling you out, and get yourself out here now, man.
All right, Roddy Piper is calling for the presence of the Macho Man Randy Savage, not having a whole lot of good things to say either about Savage or Miss Elizabeth. Listen to this.
Well, here he comes.
Have mercy.
He still thinks Savage is the one that hit him behind the head. But he had to have viewed the tape by now.
Well, you would think. If not, I hope he buys the replay.
The encore presentation.
That's correct.
Isn't that the same thing?
Yes, it is, Larry. Very good. Into the ring now, the Macho Man Randy Savage. At the behest of Roddy Piper. Very interesting to see what's going to transpire here, because Piper, as Gene noted, came out with a very angry sneer on his face.
Yeah, Piper's ready to go.
You got a problem with me? You want to talk to me? What you got? Because what happened last night doesn't sit too well. You understand that?
Roddy Piper.
Let me tell you something. I'm not the kind of guy that apologizes. If I was the kind of guy that apologizes, I suppose that right now I'd have to apologize, but I ain't the kind of guy that apologizes, so I ain't apologizing about nothing. But I had a chance not only to referee the match last night, but to watch the full film footage after the match. I sat and I watched it, and I had no idea that the reptile, the bald-dreaded, bald-headed, legged, slimy, climbing Hogan reptile would come on down to the ring and scoop you by the legs. I didn't see it. I didn't know that it was Bret Hart that hit me in the back of the head. I didn't know that. I'm not going to be the kind of referee to let it sit. So I'm telling you, as commissioner, I'm making a decision. I looked at it, and as count of a disqualification, I am changing my decision. The winner of the match.
Oh, my goodness.
Hey, hey. Second. What a bombshell. Oh, that's official.
That is official. I got to call it like I see it when I look at it. Hang on.
Wait a minute.
You can't put a loss in my column.
He's just...
You don't go reversing any decisions on me. I won that match right in the middle of the ring.
He's the acting commissioner.
No, I knew that both you guys were in cahoots right from the very start. And Randy Savage, you needed an excuse, and you got one. You're gutless, and Roddy Piper, you're gutless too. Brother, I don't need any excuse. And to prove the unfinished business, to get it done all in one night, I'm inviting you down here, and I'll finish what I should have done last night, and I'll do it right now. Oh, referee! You want a piece of me, Savage? You want a piece of me? You know what? Just like you to have 2-on-1.
As a matter of fact,
you got your little buddy to back you up. You know something? It's not the first time I beat up two people.
Well, I think I'm going to get out of here if they're going to get into this. Andy.
Hey, hey, hey!
Man.
Hold on a minute, Bret Hart.
Whoa.
You two have bit off a lot more than you know. Bret Hart, brother, friend, the man that thinks the way I do, I heard my name along with a bunch of derogatory remarks. And as far as I'm concerned, we could have a lot of fun if we both get in there together and we use those two as punching bags and keep trading them off. And I suggest June 14th, the Great American Bash, we kick their rear ends. How about it?
I'd like to. Let's do it right now!
Oh,
Tonight!
did you hear that, brother? Whoa, you want it right now? You got it right now!
Hogan wants to go to the ring too.
Well, he's not exactly pushing Bischoff over.
I think it's Bischoff trying to be the calming influence.
Hart
Another day.
We have got a
Pay-per-view's just fine for us. Let's get the hell out of here.
huge brouhaha going down here. Tony Schiavone, apparently that's made for the Great American Bash on June the 14th in Baltimore, Maryland. What a Nitro! We are live from Providence, Rhode Island.
We're back and we're joined by Bobby the Brain Heenan for the second part of this 1 hour special WCW Monday Nitro. Well, Piper reverses the decision, gives Savage the win last night, and then all parties involved say they want to get it on the 14th at the Great American Bash.
I say fine, let's do it. I mean, look at this. Bret Hart comes unglued. Piper's unglued. Savage is unglued. Hogan's unglued. They're having to hold everybody back. There's not enough glue to put them all back together. Let them fight. Let them get it over with. I want to see this.
Okay, we'll be talking about that during the course of this program as it leads to Baltimore on June 14th. But last night, of all the shockers, of all the surprises, Dean Malenko dresses Syncope during the Battle Royal, wins the Battle Royal, and then goes on to defeat Chris Jericho. What a triumphant return for Dean Malenko last night.
It was a night of validation and a night of vindication for not just Dean Malenko, but the entire Malenko legacy, as last night at Slamboree, he out-Jerichoed Chris Jericho to win the Cruiserweight title.
And after he won the title, he talked to Gene Okerlund.
Dean Malenko. Dean Malenko, if I could prevail upon you, sir, I like just the moment of your time. The last time you and I spoke, I called you a bona fide loser. I can do that no longer. Tonight here at Slamboree, you have been crowned the WCW Cruiserweight Champion of the World. I laud you. I congratulate you.
Gene, let's just say the last time that I stood next to you in a ring, you didn't have a whole lot of nice things to say to me. But as far as I'm concerned, that's water under the bridge, because there's a lot more important things in my life that's going on.
Thank you.
And one of those is right here, and that's this Cruiserweight belt. Chris Jericho tonight was not the end of my quest, my friend. It was only the beginning, because what you felt tonight was just a little bit of hurt. The little bit of hurt that you dished out to me when you spoke about the Malenko family name. You know, I sat home for quite some time, and there wasn't one Monday Nitro or one Thursday Thunder that I didn't watch, that I didn't see your pompous attitude all over the screen, putting down the likes of Rey Mysterio Jr., Juventud Guerrera, and Prince Iaukea. You know, you did your best to try to get over here in WCW with the fans in the WCW office. But when you spoke about the great Boris Malenko, my friend, that didn't get over with Dean Malenko. Now you're gonna wish, when the dust is cleared and all said is done, that this man right here would have stayed home, and that you never, ever brought up the Malenko family name. Dad, this one's for you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I repeat, Dean Malenko upending Chris Jericho tonight. Malenko crowned the WCW Cruiserweight Champion. Dean Malenko, I think he's gone.
Somehow I get the feeling, Brain, even though he won the belt last night and he did it for his late father, that there is still unfinished business as far as Malenko is concerned with Chris Jericho.
Well, just winning the belt I don't think is enough for Malenko. You talked about his father, a great athlete. You talk a man who has passed away. You saw what he did to his brother, Joey. I'm not kidding you. Malenko is not going to rest until Jericho is out of here.
Speaking of Chris Jericho, here are some comments from Chris Jericho about losing last night.
This is not
That's right out of middle school is what that is.
Montessori.
Wow, seen guys snap before, but never quite like that. Keeps screaming about a conspiracy.
Well, it's obvious he can't beat Malenko, but he can beat up boxes and furniture.
So what? There's a conspiracy. Too bad, okay? Even if there was one, which there's not, so what? You lost. Right now, you're a loser. So try to come back and win the title.
He's a very talented athlete. He just has.
He's a jerk.
He may be a jerk, but he lets his emotions overtake him. He just concentrate on his wrestling ability and carry an iron pipe, he'd be fine.
All right, fans, we'll let you know that Monday, June 1st, Nitro comes to the MCI Center in Washington, D.C. Tickets available at the box office and Ticketmaster. Monday, June 8th, back in Metropolitan Detroit, the Palace of Auburn Hills for Monday Nitro. Tickets at the Palace box office and Ticketmaster. And Monday Nitro comes to the Ice Palace in Tampa, Monday, June 29th. Tickets at the box office and Ticketmaster there, as Nitro this summer is coming to the major cities and major venues all around the United States.
Tony, there was one major factor that we failed to touch on when we talked about Dean Malenko capturing the Cruiserweight title last night at Slamboree. And it really involves that man, Juventud Guerrera, because at the conclusion of the Cruiserweight Battle Royal, Juventud Guerrera and, as it turned out, Dean Malenko were the last two men in the ring. Juventud jumped over the top rope and eliminated himself, allowing Malenko to get that championship match.
So that's something I don't understand.
Well, that's the conspiracy that Jericho's alluding to. And yes, they were in cahoots. And I tell you, the hatred for one Chris Jericho in this sport runs very, very deep among many men. And when you get those many athletes against you, and you get those many enemies against you, bad things are going to happen to you.
For sure, when people are looking for you, you're always going to be in trouble. There's not many places to hide here at WCW. There's only a ring and a dressing room, and they'll find you if they want.
Well, you know that. We all know that. Here's cover 1, 2, got a 2 count. As Damien, who's been painting his face as of late. Mike, you know what that's about?
I don't know, Tony. Sort of a new look. He wrestles in several different looks, pretty much depending upon where he's wrestling at. The U.S., Japan, Mexico. Always keeping us on our toes.
Standing switch applied, back elbow. The head, the back, rocking the head. Here he goes. Juventud up. Oh, such balance, brain. Outside goes Damien.
Or maybe he's just on the lam.
Well, you never know.
Maybe he's on the most wanted.
Watch this.
He ducked that baseball slide attempt that time. Back edge, chop, and head first to those steel steps.
You can't go up the stairs, roll up like a ball.
You seem to talk from experience. And
you can go down that way.
Okay. Hurdy's back.
You ain't kidding, I
did Juventud. I tell you, you know right now, WCW officials, and I say NWO officials, there's really only one, Eric Bischoff. Watch out. Right now, putting together this mega main event for the Great American Bash, where Hogan and Bret Hart will be a tag team.
Well, that's a shocker in and of itself. Hogan and Hart aligned together. We ever had a tag match with 4 bigger names in professional wrestling than that, all in the ring at the same time? Talk about guaranteed 4 future Hall of Famers.
And 4 men who I don't think have ever been partners before.
And there's still a very unstable relationship with Piper and Savage. Even though Piper reversed the decision as we saw moments ago, I'm not so sure that that is enough to really have the 2 men trust each other. Let's not forget, Randy Savage is NWO Wolfpack, and Roddy Piper is WCW. Up on top. Oh!
What a flying head scissors delivered off the top rope by Juventud. Motions to the crowd that he's headed to the top for another high-risk move.
Oh, and Damien backed up against the top rope, and that was enough to get him off balance. He straddles the top rope, and that could give Damien the edge here in this luchador battle here in Providence, Rhode Island. Look at this. Have we ever seen this before?
Are you going to go with him?
Oh, goodness. What a move that was.
What a move.
1, 2.
Yes. How did he kick out of that?
That's what Damien's asking himself. I don't know in what language.
I think it's a universal language with that one. Very frustrated. Maneuver here to the midsection now. He's going to pick him up.
Movie driver, and that frustration may continue for Damien.
1, 2, and he kicks
He
out.
got out of it.
Wow.
Well, I'm very surprised that he didn't go straight to the top with the 450 out of the Hoovy driver. Usually sets it up. Well, he's going to put him in position right now.
I'm surprised Hoovy got up after that move.
Juventud. Up top could be his 450 splash, and that's what it is. Oh, my goodness. Oh, he missed.
We got 435 of it.
But he comes back with an elbow, and he still wins the match. He really overshot his man that time. It looked like he landed on his left knee, but he had the presence of mind, Mike, to still come away with an elbow drop and get the win.
What a recovery for Juventud Guerrera. Still pulls it out. Hard-fought victory over Damien.
Well, he knew he didn't hit him flush, so that's why he dropped that elbow. That's a pro right there.
Fans still to come in this program, United States Heavyweight Champion Goldberg here on Nitro. And this portion of Nitro brought to you by Burger King. If you ask us, it just tastes better. Back with more live on TNT after this. I want to remind you that Thunder will originate from Cleveland, Ohio this coming Thursday at 8:05 p.m. right on TBS, our sister network. And a reminder, next week Thunder will be on a Wednesday night. We'll be in Nashville, Tennessee, Wednesday, May 27th with Thunder. Tickets at the Municipal Auditorium box office and Ticketmaster. Thunder comes to Buffalo, the Marine Midland Arena on Thursday, June 11th. Tickets at the box office and all Fantasticks outlets. And also, Thursday, June 18th, Thunder comes to the Core State Spectrum in Philadelphia. Tickets available at the box office in all Ticketmaster locations. We return to Philadelphia with Thunder in the month of June. My goodness, there's nothing like the Nitro Girls. Unless, of course, it's Gene Okerlund.
Boy, are you off base.
Go ahead, Gene.
I think we put Gene on hold momentarily, Tony.
Supposed to be Gene Okerlund in the, is that Gene in the ring? And okay, we're gonna get the Gene here in a moment. But right now, look at the signs.
That's in anticipation right there.
The heck of a score.
Going in, he's 88-0.
Goldberg at 88-0. And of course, immediately following our telecast, Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals between the Lakers and the LA Lakers and the Utah Jazz, Mike, today.
And Tony, this past Friday, Karl Malone was quoted extensively, not just in the USA Today, but in wire services all across the country, talking about World Championship Wrestling, his other favorite sport. And I understand that this weekend, this man, Goldberg, on a national radio show, put out a challenge to Karl Malone. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if the mailman and his Jazz teammates are preparing, warming up for tonight's game with the Lakers by watching this Nitro broadcast in the Jazz locker room in Salt Lake City.
I wouldn't be surprised at that either. Like you said, Karl Malone, this is his second favorite sport, that and duck hunting.
Very good. All right. For fans around the world, there is nothing like Goldberg. Goldberg continues to mow down the opponents and the talent, and he'll defend the U.S. title here against Glacier, one-on-one, here on WCW Monday Nitro Live. There's Nick Patrick with the bell to high above. Bell sounds, and here we go. Glacier has brought a lot to the sport. He is quite a talented athlete, but Goldberg has that combination of determination, power.
Oh! He's prepared for every move. He
Is he
kicks, he
ever?
blocked, and just he has a counter ready for everything that Glacier threw at him.
Every time I see this guy, he gets better, and I just saw him last night.
Oh! There's the leg whip.
Trying to keep the mark unblemished. Even to the point where Bischoff said something about him. Had a better record than Goldberg. Yeah, right. No one does.
He's dreaming. Whoa, Goldberg, haven't seen that either. We talk about him adding a new wrinkle to every match. He just jumped on Glacier and throttled him.
More than a wrinkle. They're literally just standing and chanting his name here in Providence, Rhode Island.
You know, he doesn't only have the aggressiveness of, like I've never seen before, and the power this man possesses, and the way he gets himself psyched, but he's got a mean streak in him, and that doesn't hurt to have.
Total intimidation, what it is. All the Glacier, not a bad move, but
he kicked him in the mouth and he almost ate his foot.
Wow, he tried an enziguri kick that time, or a version of it. Both men back up. Oh! Kip up to get driven down by the spike.
Uh-oh, he's going into Never Never Land right now.
Goldberg spikes Glacier.
There's going to be more ice in that ring than you've ever seen when he spikes him.
Yeah, and usually this jackhammer makes it academic. Way up high. Way up, one arm.
Oh, yeah!
Unbelievable.
Thank goodness he did it. We only have the building till 1 a.m.
More amazing by the victory. Now 89-0.
89-0, and I want to tell you, in those 89 victories, I don't remember one that's been close. I don't remember one that was not a runaway. It's been 89 obliterations is what it's been for Goldberg.
And they're standing, they're watching him.
Go ahead, Brain.
Yeah, look at this man Goldberg. Waiting for Glacier to nip up. Caught him on the up, brought him to the down. He's ready to take him and spike him. Held him up there for about 2.5 hours. Drop him to the mat for the 1, 2, 3. Get the squeegee. Glacier's melted. Your winner, the United States champion, Goldberg.
Castrol GTX is motor oil that stands up to the most torturous conditions, and of course, anytime you get in the ring with Goldberg, it's a torture test. We've wheeled Gene back in the ring once again. Go ahead, Gene.
I have been wheeled tonight, but we are in the shank of the evening here on TNT. From one pop to another, please welcome Diamond Dallas Page.
Here comes the People's Champion, fresh off that huge victory last night at Slamboree when he defeated Raven.
Yikes! That match last night had more bodies and more junk in the ring than I have seen in a long, long time. And much like we said with Malenko, and much like we said with Malenko and Jericho, I'm not so sure that this vendetta is really put to bed right now. How much can a man endure like DDP?
Let's see.
Tony, Bobby, Mike, today, as you know, this man, the winner of that Bowery death match inside a steel cage last night against Raven at Slamboree. The question I have in my mind, Diamond Dallas Page, DDP, how do you do it night after night after night? Not only how do you do it, but for crying out loud, why do you do it?
I can only think of a quote by the late, great Dick Murdoch on how. And he said, if I had to think about how I did this, I don't know if I could. Bottom line is, I know the reason why. I do it because I love it. But more than anything, I do it for all the people out here that jack me up! And now I got my sight on one thing, and that's the big gold. And when I get my opportunity to get my shot at the heavyweight title, I hope you got it, Hogan, because I ain't forgot a thing over the last 15 months that you've done to me. And brother, I hope you don't think I forget about it, movie star. Are you getting the big picture, Hogan? Let DDP connect the dots for you. Bang!
Diamond Dallas Page directing those comments at one Hollywood Hogan. That one could happen. When it does, I want to be there to see it. We're live, TNT, an abbreviated edition, turning up the heat here on Monday Nitro.
This portion of WCW Monday Nitro is sponsored by Starburst Fruit Chews. Need a boost? Give it some juice.
So much went on last night. The one burning question was Sting's answer. Sting and the Giant are World Tag Team Champions. What will Sting do? We may find out in a mere seconds here on WCW Monday Nitro. We'll let you know if you missed Slamboree last night, or you simply, as many people do, just want to see it one more time. You can see the encore presentation. It begins tomorrow night on request, viewer's choice, and then the following 2 days on DirecTV with Direct Ticket and on the Dish Network. Now, the Giant, as you can see, one half World Tag Team Champion, no belt guy. Sting was given the opportunity to make a decision. The Giant said, when we win them. You've got a decision to make. He said this on Thursday and held up the shirt for Sting to take. What will Sting's decision be?
Hollywood's got.
One thing we do know.
That's the power I possess.
You see Dusty Rhodes,
Look,
Scott Hall, now a member of the White and Black Attack NWO Hollywood. That's a shocker enough that Scott Hall is on Hogan's side.
I don't know what to make of anything anymore. You got to be half nuts and three-quarters crazy to figure this out.
Eric Bischoff. Who in the world have, well, each their own, I guess.
Hogan's kid.
Well, I was thinking we might get an explanation from Scott Hall about that attack on his outside partner Kevin Nash. I didn't see him out there.
I don't either.
And we love each and every one of you people. Nothing but love in the house for the heavyweight champion of the world. And Hollywood, I know you've got two important things that we've got to take care of tonight. Take it away, champ.
Well, you know, all you NWOites, I proved to everybody out there, I proved around the world that Hollywood, Hogan, without a doubt, and the whole NWO that worships the ground Hollywood walks on is the supreme power in the world of professional wrestling. And after last night, if there was ever a doubt, like Mr. Kevin Nash said, that Hollywood, you'll be out there all alone, a lone deserted island, and you by yourself, that nobody's gonna stick with you, that they're all gonna follow you, Kevin Nash. Ha! What a joke! After last night, everybody in the world knows how great Hollywood is. And each and every one that's in this building tonight is here because of Hollywood. Because where I go, the money goes. Where I go, the talent in professional wrestling goes. And where I go, the greatness goes. Now, if there was any doubt in anybody's mind to all the facts that I've laid out, etched in stone, and became the NWO Bible, there's one more demandment. There's one more fact that should prove it to anybody who still might doubt the power of Hollywood. A man that was Kevin Nash's best friend. A man that knew if Kevin Nash would have ever been a leader, he would know. I want to bring out the newest member of my family, Mr. Scott Hall.
I can't believe this.
I know NWO fans can't believe it either.
The night of shocking developments last night at Slamboree, but that one was the biggest shocker of all.
It goes back to the old adage that we've known in this business for years. And that old adage is, trust no one. Wow. And I just wonder what Big Sexy, what's going through his mind right now. To say that he's ticked would probably be an understatement.
I bet the name Scott Hall crosses it occasionally.
Oh, did you see what he did right there? Money?
The universal sign.
The universal sign of the old payoff. Of course. I'm sure if there's enough cash that Tenay and Heenan would walk too. Everybody.
Why do you lump me with Heenan?
You never know.
How much can one of us get?
Hey, Stinger, it's decision time! Come on down, Stinger!
Here we go.
What do you think? I say he
Come on
goes.
down, Stinger!
I say he goes with it.
The moment we have all been waiting for. Let's go. Come on.
I say no.
Don't keep us waiting.
What about you, Oddsman?
I don't know, he's had that poker face. It's just so tough to really get any kind of a feeling at all, any kind of a gut feeling.
Oh,
from
you
where
just
he's
don't want
headed.
to commit yourself. Wishy-washy.
All right, you two shut up. Let's watch this.
Now you shut up.
Stick around and find out what he has to say.
This is really important stuff right here. Oh, I think that may have been an answer. It was a WCW loogie.
Oh, look at that.
And he's choking Sting. The Giant is choking and mauling Sting.
Got him right from behind. Sting shouldn't have spit in a man's face, though.
And then don't turn your back on the largest athlete in pro sports. What a relentless attack. Sting is out.
Look at this. Look at this walking towards Sting.
That Giant killer.
Wielding a lead pipe. He's standing over Sting. We got our answer.